everything. I tried counting sheep, frogs, even fish. So I went to my favorite thing. I went to the kitchen to make a sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly, ham and cheese, swamped with sauerkraut and topped with a slice of pineapple, all on a sesame seed bun. I chased it with my favorite beverage, a warm glass of buttermilk with 2 raw eggs and a dash of Tabasco. Delicious. I was ready to be tucked in. For some reason, I had difficulty going to sleep. I tossed and turned. It was turbulent. Finally, I did go to sleep, but I was abruptly awakened by the roar of thunder and the clash of lightning. I quickly turned to my princess, who was lying beside me, to see if she was disturbed by the commotion. But something was happening to my mouth. My tongue was growing, and it was curling. And when I attempted to speak, what came out was, "Ribbit! Ribbit!" Something was horribly wrong, and I had to get up to figure out what was going on. But when I tried to get out of the bed, I fell to all fours. My arms had shrunk, my hands had developed webs. There was an increase in size to my thighs. My feet were wet. I couldn't stand, I couldn't walk, but I sure could hop. So I hopped over to the planter and sat under a lily pad to collect my thoughts. But I got an urge. I had to go badly. So I hopped to my favorite spot in the bathroom, in front of the toilet. But how was I going to make this work? I couldn't reach the top. I couldn't even see the top. But with my strong legs, if I jumped real high, I could tinkle on the way down. I felt froggy, so I leaped, crashed into the ceiling, bounced off of the wall, careened off of one, and ricocheted right into my direction. I looked up. It was my princess with a splash. I struggled to get out, but it was slippery and my hands had webs. My feet had webs. I was slipping and sliding. It was futile. I fell back into the water, relaxed. And it felt good. It felt real good. I felt like I was in my element. I started doing the frog kick and it came natural to me. Then I had a brilliant idea. If I leaped up with my powerful legs and pulled that silver handle down, I could create a jacuzzi effect and enhance my experience. But high jumping got me in this deep water in the first place. I didn't do that. But I slipped back into the water and started frog kicking. I even started humming, Bridge Over Troubled Waters. It was nice. But then, my tranquility was interrupted by footsteps headed in west. She had come to save me. So I reached up my little web hand, and she reached down her hand, but she had another plan for her hand. Her hand detoured to the silver bar. No, Ribbit, damn it, Ribbit, no! But she didn't. But just before she pushed that handle down, I heard her say, "He never flushes, and I'm glad he's not around." Shh! I had been mistaken for a dropping and was being sucked down into perilous waters. I struggled to get out of the toilet, but my hands were wet, my feet were wet. I kept slipping and sliding. Where are your Nikes when you need them? Sucked down deeper and deeper and deeper. And I knew I was deep when I passed Nemo. And he said, "How deep are you going to go?" "Dude, you're a frog." And that struck me. I was a frog, and frog needed air. So why was I down there? So I did something that was a froggy first. I started frog kicking in reverse. Almost there to LA. That's right there. Almost to the surface. And I knew if I accelerated my kick and increased my stroke, I could make it to LA before I croaked. I lost consciousness. But when I regained consciousness, it was my princess next to me. I was glad to be back, glad to be home, glad it was just a dream. And I turned to her and kissed her gently on the cheek in gratitude to show my appreciation. And she turned and opened her dreamy eyes and said, "Ribbit! Oh no, she has turned into a frog, I pulled down the blanket. Yes, her feet were wet. My princess had turned into a frog. But that's not the way the script is supposed to end. Cut! Okay? It's a frog in transition. Okay? The princess kisses the frog, who turns into a prince. Can we get this ending right? Ribbit, damn it!